Hi, and welcome to the video for creating articles within SirGo. Fair warning, this could be a little bit of a lengthy video, but I'm going to try and cover all of the facets of creating articles and also explain things along the way as to why you want to do them. Okay, so once you're logged into your dashboard, this is the dashboard right here, you will see all of these icons and options. In order to create an article, you just simply want to click on create. So it will then go into the actual creation page and you can start to create your actual article in here. Now I happen to have an article already saved over here, a couple of them actually. We're going to do one on discovering the mechanoid. So I'm going to toss this in here. You always want to make sure that you have a very good described title. So something that has the actual name of what you're trying to post about in it, but also something more, because you don't want that. Now, for instance, I'm going to try and optimize this article for this keyword, which is mechanoid G15. So in order for me to find out whether I'm doing it well or not, we've got this little utility over here. So if you actually click into the box here and type in mechanoid G15, then click the little arrow next to it, you will notice that down at the bottom here, it will actually give you hints as to what you need to do in order to make your page or your article completely 100% SEO optimized. And the reason you want it SEO optimized is because of the fact that if it's not, Google's really not going to like it too much. So realistically, that's why you want to do this. So if you notice, one of the first things it's saying is that, or one of the things down here, it's saying to bold the actual content. And if you highlight this, it'll show you each of the spots where that is. Now, what you'll find is that sometimes this will actually stretch off the screen and you can't actually get to it. But if you go up to another one, you'll see if you highlight it here, 1 and 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take mechanoid G15 and I'm going to bold it. You'll notice up the top it said that it worked, and now it actually has it green in there and stuff. So what you want to do is you want to make this all green so that it's 100% optimized. So let's go through this, okay? So what's it also saying down here? Use keywords in the alternate text of an image. Use an image in the content or featured image. Well, one of the nice things about in here is if you click on this images, it's going to go out and show you and try and find images that apply to your keyword. So if you turn off the copyright free, it'll go and find a whole bunch of them. Generally, you want to use copyright free images because then you're not going to get yourself in trouble. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click right here. We're going to click on that and we're going to input it in here. And there's an image already in there. Now, one of the things you really want to do when you go in here is you want to make sure that your mechanoid G15 is actually in the alternate text, and there it is. Okay, so that's actually really good. So the other thing you want to do, and you'll notice that now we've got green and green here, so you've actually used it in an image, and you also want to set a featured image. So there's the featured image. Now, a nice little trick here is to take your title, put it as a G15, and the alternate text in here, and if you set that as your featured image, that's going to show up on the front page or wherever else. That image is going to show up. So now I can change this or remove it or whatever I want to do. So I'm going to actually put in a different image. I'm going to put in an actual picture of the mechanoid itself. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have the actual image up the top, and you'll see that this is still green because the featured image has it in there. So now the next thing we want to do, what's the next thing on our list, is keywords used in the headline. Well, this is your keyword up here, the Meccano G15. So what it means when it says that is that you need to put something in here that's in a headline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to say heading 2, there you go. So now it says, check out this awesome mechanoid. Okay, so now you'll see we've got all these in green. Now, right here, it's saying, write more words after keyword 2. And that's why that is because these are too close. So, an easy way of dealing with something like that is to take this and move it down to here. And you'll see that now it's 100% optimized. So we now have that this whole article is 100% optimized for Google. Now, one of the other things I like to do is I like to put a couple of links in because I'm creating these pages in order to sell products. So obviously we want to sell a product out there. So two things I like to do. If I put this in the headline like this, I will actually create a link to the Amazon products out there. So I'll go to Amazon.com and I will search for the G15 in this case. And there it is. So now what I will do is I will copy the actual link up here. You don't need anything after the actual, what they call the ASIN. So realistically, all you need to do is copy that. So what I will do now is I will go back and I will create a link on this. And when I create the link, I'll just paste it into here. And quite often what I'll do is I'll go to link options and say to open it in a link tab, so that they actually come back to the site. Now that link is linking out to your Amazon product, and if you did this properly, you would have actually went in with the text and actually grabbed the text, and you can use the short code or you can use the full link so that it actually gets your actual associate ID. So you'll see that my associate ID is right there, SirGo 820. So, but in this case, I'm just going to copy the actual link. So when I've done that, I also like to put links onto the actual images as well. So I'll just paste it in there, and once again I'll say open it up. And the other thing I like to do is I like to go down to the bottom of the page, because quite often people don't click on any of that stuff. They just read through things, and when they get to the end, then they're actually interested. So I'll insert a short code. I usually choose a button, okay? And with the button, I will put in my actual link out to the product. Once again, I'll say to open it in a new tab. You can choose different styles if you want, but I like to set it with the Amazon coloring and stuff. I like to say that it's centered on click, and then I say check out this on Amazon, and then I will insert the short code. Now, before I actually publish it, I will go to preview, and I will take a look at the actual article and make sure that it's got everything I wanted in it, and it does. And sometimes I'll test out the links, but in this case I don't have to. I know that it's good. So then I will close the window and I will publish it. So now it's being published, and once it's done being published, because the system goes through and checks out a whole bunch of things, it's going to refresh the screen, and then it's going to actually show you that your article is 100% optimized still, and for the keyword mechano-mechanoid G15. And if you want to see the finished results, you can click on preview and it will open another window. So that's the end of how you actually create an article inside of SirGo. I hope that wasn't too long, and if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to contact us via the support link over here on the left. Alright, cheers. Bye now.